Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I do not have any lashes. I look like a bald rat. It's okay though. So we are reviewing BH Cosmetics palette with Daisy Marquez. I'm very excited for this. You can already go and purchase it. But before we get into tutorial, you guys know I like to give you guys some information about the palette. Also, before I go into some information about the palette, I am going to throw in some new products from Anastasia, which is their setting spray and their loose highlighters. And I'm also going to be using the new Milk Makeup Hydro Primer. Because I mean, like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Just throw it all in there. All right, you guys. So the Daisy Marquez palette retails for $19. It's only going to be $19 from the 28th till March the 3rd, and then after that day it's going to be $23. So make sure you get it in between these days and the 3rd. And as usual, I'm going to throw up some swatches of this palette. It has 20 shadows, 10 matte shadows, and 10 shimmer shadows. Like, the pans are really small, but it's like a really good size. It says it's cruelty free and the life shelf is 24 months. I'm not seeing how many grams or ounces you get in this. I don't see it anywhere, but if I find it, I'll put it up here. And she's really cute. If you guys can see, it's like a little gift box. Now I know Daisy really likes like Tiffany Co., which is like the brand that has jewelry, and they always have like this Tiffany blue. It's really nice. So I'm really happy that she made it the color that she likes, and she also obviously made it like a little gift box. And then what's really cute about the palette is that it's actually like the mirror comes out. Let me see. So if you guys can see, here's the palette and then here's the mirror, and then she made it like a little vanity. That shit is cute as hell. Look at that. Oh my god, she's cute. And then here are the shadows. You guys can see how little the shadows are, but they're so cute. And you're getting a pretty decent amount, you know what I'm saying, for how much you're paying. So that is how the palette looks. Now let's get into the tutorial because she's going to be lengthy. You guys know I like to give you guys 2 looks, so let's get right into it. Alright, you guys, I already primed my eye with Plouise's base in number 2. You always want to prime your eye before you apply shadows. That way your shadows can last all day and all night when you go to the club, whatever. I'm going to pick up a little bit of Bittersweet. It has a little tiny bit of fallout, not that much. And I'm taking this on a Makeup Shack T84 brush, and I am placing her very gently right here in my crease. I kind of want to create a halo eye. Oh my god, my cat is outside crying. I already gave him food. I'm busy. I'm just kidding, that's kind of sad. I'm just gonna build this color up. I could definitely tell that these are super pigmented. They're blending out really nicely. I've used BH Cosmetics shadows before. I had the Brazilian, I forgot which one it was, but it was like the really colorful, the first one. I did not like that palette at all. I thought the shadows were not pigmented at all, and I don't know, I thought they were very dusty and patchy. So I don't really like that palette, but this palette is blending out pretty well. I already did the other eye, and it came out really nice. I'm trying to recreate one of her campaign shots, so that she took. I'll put it up here so you guys can see it. I saw it and I was like, I have to recreate it. Plus it's her palette, so I was like, I gotta do it, you know. I also want to use a little bit of this passion fruit shadow right here. It doesn't have a lot of fallout either. I want to use this to blend the other one out just a tiny bit, because this shadow is pretty damn pigmented. And you guys know I like looking like a little raccoon, so that's why I like doing this shape. Oops, wrong shadow. Also, the good thing is I don't really have to keep going back into the palette to pick out more shadow because these are pretty damn pigmented. I really want to use Karma orange right here. It's really pretty. Tap off the excess, right? Whatever, one of them two. Or pat this shadow in to get the most pigmentation. You guys know I like to use that technique because it gives you a lot of pigmentation when you're doing this. So just do that, and then I do circular motions. Now it looks a little funky right now. Again, usually when you go in with the transition shade, this shade or the darkest shade tends to kind of like disappear, get like a little weird. Don't worry, I like to go back and add more shadow after I'm done. So just keep on blending. And I'm gonna take this up just a little bit because I'm going to add the yellow that is in this palette. And so far the shadows are doing what they're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? They have one job and they're doing it. Now I'm going to take Flower, and Flower doesn't have like fallout at all. I'm going to take it on a pencil brush. I thought Flower was a beautiful like name because she named it after her following, which I think is just so nice, you know what I'm saying? And just pack this on so you can get the most pigmentation. She's a pretty nice yellow. Bring this inwards. Remember, I like to lay down my shadows first, and then I will go back and blend them out a little bit and then add pigmentation as I go. Building this color up. I also like to take my shadows up to my brow. You don't have to, okay? but I like to do that. Please do not judge me. This is a judge-free zone. And then I'm taking that yellow just a little bit right here in the inner corner. Everything can just flow very nicely. Now I'm picking up a little bit of that orange again because it definitely disappeared. And I'm adding it back in little by little. So you can have a really nice gradient, okay? All right, now I'm going back in with passion fruit, adding a little bit more of that shadow just right here because it tends to disappear again, and then going back in with bittersweet, which was the first shadow that we used, and putting it back in here. And I think that that's pretty good for me. I'm going to do a halo eye. I promise there's no half cut crease here. Alright, guys, I did the halo eyes. I'm going to take Icy, which is the shadow right here, and I'm going to use my finger first, and I'm gonna put this right in the center of the lid. Now you could use like a spray with this. You don't really have to. The shadows are pretty nice if you can see by themselves. I also sometimes don't really like using a lot of sprays because the shadows tend to get like very crumbly, and I don't like that, so I just rather use my finger. And this shimmer is really nice, so that's good. And then for some precision, I'm just gonna take a flat brush and add this to the lid. See what I'm saying? Like, you don't really need spray. I'm just tapping that in here. Oh yes, I love the sounds of sirens. Yes. Yesterday was a train, and now it's this. Then I'm gonna pick up a little bit of passion fruit and start blending it inwards, blending it with Icy so you can get like a very nice gradient. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I hope I'm in focus. I know I haven't been in focus lately. I am very sorry. Alright guys, so I just went and did some of my face. Now I'm going to dip into bittersweet, and I'm going to put her, actually let me put this down so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put her in the waterline as always. You guys know my eyes are not sensitive. I feel like a broken record when I tell you guys this, but for those that are new, my eyes are not sensitive, so I could take a lot of shadow in my eyes. So I'm very sorry if this is very disturbing to you. I swear I don't mean it. I'm very sorry. And then I'm gonna take passion fruit. I wonder if she named that after like the Drake song, because I know that she really likes Drake. I'm wondering if that was her inspo. A nice smoky effect. And then I'm gonna take just a little bit of the orange and blend that out as well. Just connect it up here so everything could just be nice and cohesive. And then you guys know I like to use white shadow in my inner corner, but for the sake of this video, Icy again, and pop her right in the inner corner of my eye. I'm not gonna take it in here because that's what I usually tend to do. I'm just gonna pop her right here. And she's actually really nice. She's actually really icy, so I could see why she named her that. Alright you guys, so I am done with this look. So she's really, really cute. Now the darker shadows oxidize just a little bit, but I mean, I don't really mind. It looks really, really nice. She did what she had to do. So this is one of two looks that I'm going to do, and we'll get into the next look. All right you guys, so I already primed my eye with the Plouise base in number 2. I'm going to pick up Cocoa right here, and this shadow is gonna go right into my crease. Now she's a very like dark chocolatey shadow. I'm gonna actually bring it lower than my crease because I'm gonna be adding another shadow. Now I don't really like working with a lot of dark brown shadows because they tend to get like really messy and muddy. So just be careful when you're doing this. She's very, very pigmented. Also, by the time that I upload this video, the palette would already be live, so you guys can definitely go and purchase it already. And I'm using a Makeup Shack T84 brush. You guys already know you can use my code Rocio for 20% off. Also, just a heads up, every time you use my code, I do get a percentage when you use my code, if that makes sense. I make 10%. You are getting 20%, but I just want to let you guys know that. And honestly, thank you to those that use my code. I really, really appreciate it. It means a lot, and I probably will never stop saying thank you. So far, I haven't had any issues with these shadows. So I noticed that ABH Cosmetics really stepped up their formula with this palette because it's really, really good so far. And I'm gonna do a half cut crease with this. I'm sorry. Now I'm going to take the color Vintage, and on the same brush use this to blend out that cocoa, and it's gonna be our nice transition shade. And she's a really pretty color. She's very, very pretty, and I'm going to use her right here. I'm trying to use a lot of shadows in the palette so you guys can definitely get a feel for the palette, you know what I'm saying? Let's mix this right here, and they're blending into each other really, really nicely. You guys know I'm gonna go back in right now with Cocoa again because I want to make sure that the shadow is there and she doesn't disappear. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of Cocoa again and make sure I bring that shadow back. Then I'm going to pick up Dulce and then blend this out right here. That's what I'm doing, and they're blending out so nicely. Okay, Miss Daisy Marquez did a really good job with the color scheme of this palette. I really do like it. All right, now going back in with Vintage so we make sure we do not lose that color. And it's still very, very visible. All right, guys, I'm going to take Dream. I already cut my crease. It took me like a million years because I messed it up really bad. This is why I hate showing it on camera, because it takes me forever to do this step. I'm just gonna put this shimmer right here. Now, when I was doing the other eye, the only thing that kind of was annoying, that when I was putting this shimmer, it started to get like crumbly. So I don't really like that, but she's really pretty. She's really cute. I'm going to take Lucid. And Lucid is a purpley shimmer. She's cute. Again, I am not wetting my brush, and the brush that I'm using is a Makeup Shack T77 brush, and I'm just packing this right next to this color right here. Then I'm gonna go back in with Vintage. I'm going to blend this in the outer portion of the eye. I could blend it to that purple really nicely. I like to pull down my lid just a little bit as well to see what I'm doing. And I'm also gonna pick up Cocoa and put it right here as well, just a tad bit, and then blend it upward. All right, guys, so I'm not entirely doing my entire face on here, but I did want to add in some products into this review because I got the Milk Primer right here, the Hydro one. It's brand new. And I got Anastasia's highlighters and their like spray. I'll show you guys right now. So I want to show you guys this primer because it's actually really good and I used it yesterday. So this is supposed to be a hydrating primer. It's from Milk Cosmetics, and the way it feels on the skin, it's actually extremely tacky, so you can definitely like tell that this is gonna grip onto your foundation really well. It's also again super hydrating, which is great for those that have really dry skin like myself. So thank God that I actually found a primer that I could use that is great for dry skin. Obviously I have a lot other ones, but this is really, really nice. And I could just, can you guys hear that? Look. It's like super tacky. We're going to use her today, and she's really cute. She looks like this. I'm going to go back to using my favorite foundation, which is the Makeup Forever foundation stick. I don't know, this one is like so good on my skin because she's just hydrating and stuff, and I just really, really like to use her. Blend her out really quickly, and we will move on to the next step. Also, the primer didn't smell like anything. I don't know if you guys wanted to know about the smell. I know sometimes like I like to know how a product smells. If it smells like really like alcohol, I will not use it because alcohol is kind of bad for my acne prone skin. So I stay away from anything that smells like too strong, because fragrance is also not that good for your skin or for my acne prone skin. All right, guys, sorry, I already finished the under eye. I just used all the shadows that I use on my crease on the waterline. So here is Anastasia's PR kit that I just got. They came out with 3 highlighters, 3 loose highlighters, and I will throw up some swatches for you guys right now. You have Snowflake, which is like a really white highlight, and then you have So Hollywood in a form of a loose highlighter, which if you guys already know, it's actually an existing highlighter but in a pan. And then you have Sunset Aurora. I'm sorry if I said it wrong, but she's cute. I think I'm gonna take So Hollywood because I've used it before and I really, really like it. Well, I've used the pan one, so it's like a formula that I already know. So you open it up and it looks like this. And I also came out with the setting spray. She looks like this. So it's on like the packaging, it looks glittery, but she's not on the inside. It was just for aesthetic purposes, you know what I'm saying? And she's called the Dewy Set, and it's really cute. If you can see, it has like a little heart, and then this is, you open it like this. What I like to do first is I like to spray my face before I put on a highlight, so the highlight can just be very intense. That's a really nice spritz. So like I was kind of worried because the scent is coconut vanilla, and you guys know I just said that I don't really like a lot of fragrancy stuff just because it kind of freaks me out when it comes to my skin. But she's not like a really, really like heavy smell, like she's not like a very intense smell, if that makes sense. It's pretty subtle. So I'm going to take So Hollywood and put her right there. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Now you guys know I really don't like gold highlighters. I like more colorful highlighters like pinks and like pinks. That's like usually all I wear, but this one is very pretty. And again, I've used the So Hollywood in like the pan, so I already know that like it was gonna be really, really nice. but she is beaming. Look. And then I like to do it on my lips as well. Okay, you guys wouldn't get mad at me if I just don't put on lashes, right? Because I just don't feel like doing it right now. I had to take off my makeup anyways and do something else. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you, but yeah, I gotta do something else. So I'm just gonna skip on the lashes. Just don't tell anyone. It'll be between me and you know? So now onto my final thoughts from all the products that I used today. I know it's a lot. I'm sorry. So I really do like the palette. You guys know I like to rate things. I rate this a 10 out of 10. That is because I feel like the quality and the shadows are really, really good. I don't know what BH Cosmetics did, but look, as a member of this society, please keep the shadow quality or the formula of this palette for all your future palettes, because the Brazilian palette was just not it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't know, like a lot of your guys' formula is not like the best, you know what I'm saying? So this palette, the formula in this, please keep it, sorry, see, I can't speak, for like any of your future palettes, because it was really, really nice. Like the blendability was there, like there was no patchiness, the pigmentation was there, the shimmers were really nice. I could definitely tell though that if you keep on building the shimmers, they will start to get like crumbly and weird, so don't do that. They don't really need like water anyways either, so they were still intense by themselves, but just don't like build them up so much, because it's not gonna look good. Also for the price, like the fact that it's only $19 for right now, remember that after the 3rd it's $23. I think it's a pretty damn good deal, and I think they're also decent size, and I just really like the concept. Like this was cute. Like who the hell thinks of these type of things? Like this is really, really cute, and like the fact that she did it in like a little gift box, like here's the gift of life, and an eyeshadow palette. Also the color scheme is a really great color scheme. You could use it as a day palette or a night palette, going to the club, whatever, or going to the office. So I really do like her. All right, you guys, and the Milk Hydro Primer, I really do like this primer. Now this retails for $30, and it's available on the 8th of March on the Milk website and on the 12th everywhere else, from Sephora to Cult Beauty. Now again, she's a very hydrating primer, and honestly she's worth the $30, especially how tacky she felt on the skin, which means that it's going to grip onto your foundation, which is great. So I do recommend her. These retail for $25 each. They have 6 grams and they will be available on the 4th. The amount that you are getting is pretty decent, but you guys know you guys can probably find dupes for a cheaper like alternative. They were really intense, which I really, really like loose highlighters, because I feel like loose highlighters are a little bit more intense than the ones that are in the pen. That's just like a personal thing. I don't know, I always found that they were more like intense, so these were really, really nice as well. And then moving on to the setting spray. The setting spray retails for $24 and you are getting 3.4 fluid ounces. This also comes out on the 4th. Now if you don't like coconut or vanilla like scented things, you can probably pass on this one. Also, this does not have a cap. It just comes exactly like this, which is why it has like the little lock thingy right here. I think she's nice, but I think I would pass just because I could find a cheaper spray. You know what I'm saying? You guys know me, I'm cheapo depot. Again, she doesn't have glitter on the inside, it's just on the outside for aesthetic purposes. So yeah, she's cute. Right, you guys, I think I am done with this tutorial. I'm so sorry that it was so long. I had to make sure that you guys have every single piece of information that you guys need for all of these products. Again, I will post all of the information in the description down below, so make sure you read that. I promise it'll be there, and I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye guys.